What's going on, fragrance family? It's your man Gator, better known as the Novice Nose out here in these fragrance streets. You know, just getting in for the day. And before I start doing a little bit of editing here, I wanted to talk about my scent of the day today. This is the first impressions. This is a new one to the collection here. First time getting a chance to wear this. And it's really because the heat has still been kind of a thing here in Atlanta, so I wasn't really wanting to wear anything that was going to be kind of cloying and super sweet here. So I decided to kind of push this one along down the line here. I've had it for maybe about 3 weeks now here, but just now able to actually wear it with a little bit of the cooling temperatures here in Atlanta. And you'll understand why when you see the fragrance. Now the fragrance in question is one of the new ones from Armaf. They've been dropping a whole bunch of new variations of fragrances in that Armaf Odyssey line here. And this is one of the newer ones here. Now I talked about Bahamas maybe a couple of weeks ago or so here. Got a full review coming up on that one soon too, and technically a first impression. This is another first impression of one of their new series here. This is Armaf's Odyssey Black Forest. Here in the bottle there. Now, this fragrance, when I say I wanted to wait until the weather was kind of appropriate for it, the reason why is because this thing is what we would like to call a true gourmand. Not only a true gourmand, this actually smells exactly like the name. Now, if you're not familiar, Black Forest cake is kind of like a German dish, basically. It's like you taking a slab of like a dark chocolate cake layer there, you're dropping caramel and whipped cream or marshmallow. I've seen done marshmallow with that, and then you're topping that with cherries, and another layer and all that kind of stuff. This is exactly that I'm talking about. As far as the way this thing smells in the air, it smells exactly like that. Super decadent, super sweet. Let me get a good spray here on here. Armaf, decent atomizer, of course, but you can tell by the design of the bottle actually here. It looks like dark chocolate and cherries and just the white layer of the cream or the marshmallow. That's exactly what you're getting here. What you get as soon as you spray this on, it is a super sweet, decadent, dark chocolatey, caramelly kind of vibe here. It smells just like the cake. You get little hints of cherry that are kind of popping off in the opening here, and as well as that, you also get kind of this creamy kind of vibe that kind of sits in the background a little bit here when you spray it on. So it literally smells like that layered cake. I mean, I'm a fan of that cake, but it's way too sweet for me. And I got a feeling that this fragrance is going to be way too sweet for some people. Now, for probably the first like hour to hour and a half of the wearing experience, that's all you get. Now, as it kind of dries down a little bit, you do get this surprising kind of freshness that kind of comes around here. It gets a little bit of a tip of woodiness, pause, but at the same time, it remains super decadent. It is, like I said, a true gourmand here. If you're not into gourmands, you're not gonna really dig this, but this fragrance is definitely one that's gonna be unisex. So you're gonna see guys wear this just as much as girls wear this fragrance here. And for good reason, because while I could see a woman wanting to smell like a cake, like something super sweet, a guy can rock this because it does have a little bit of gravity to it as well, with the dark chocolate kind of nuances that it has going on here. And then, like I said, as it kind of goes into like that hour and a half to 2 hours, you get like a little bit of a pinning of freshness, a little bit of a pinning of woodiness kind of going on here. I mean, it smells like a cake from start to finish. It's just that as it goes past that like 2 hour mark, you do get a little bit of a woody reprieve from just complete total gourmandness. But you still smell like a damn cake. 3 hours, 4 hours in, you still smell like a damn cake. I actually sprayed this on early this morning, and going in to hour 7 here, I'm still picking up decent chocolatey, sweet nuances going on my skin right now, and very little of a woody fresh vibe going on. But just that little bit of a woody fresh vibe actually allows this to be wearable and not be a candle, in my opinion. And you guys know how I feel about fragrances that are super gourmand. Sometimes you'd rather just make them a candle. This one just strays on the side of being a wearable scent for me, but it's actually very enjoyable. And I think the reason why is because it's got that dark chocolate in here, that vibe going on, that caramel vibe here. It's kind of got almost an ambery nature to it as well as it kind of goes into the dry down. So I think people will actually enjoy the wearing experience. And if you're a big gourmand person, you're gonna love this. You will smell edible. So guys, while the women, y'all already know how it feels to smell edible, guys, you put this on, you gonna smell like a snack for real. You gonna smell like a piece of cake, and women actually do love to eat you up when you smell it like that. So I think it's gonna be a great wear for guys, and it's affordable wear. But if you're really into good gourmands, guys or girls, pick this up, man. Still doing testing on it. Like I said, this is my first impression. I'll have some more on it when I do the full review here in the next few weeks. I didn't go into notes or anything like that. Just wanted to kind of talk about it a little bit as it stands. Oh, by the way, strength on this thing, it is definitely strong. Projects about arm's length, maybe a little bit more when you first spray it on. As it gets into that hour and a half, it does kind of shrink into giving you maybe about a 2 to 3 foot, maybe 2 foot scent bubble here, but you're going to be smelling super like rich, super chocolatey, super gourmandy, super edible here for that little 2 feet that comes into you probably for the first 4 or 5 hours here. It does kind of shrink into a skin scent on me around that 5th hour here, but it's still a pretty potent sillage going on after that. I mean, if you walk by somebody, they're going to definitely pick you up even in the hour 7. I just had it happen. So, you know, keep that in mind here when you pick this up. Have you put your nose on this thing yet? Let me know in the comments, guys. And as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, share this video with somebody you know that loves fragrances. So far, I'm really digging this, and I think I'm gonna actually give it a wear tomorrow as well. We got a little bit more cool air coming in. I want to see how this thing kind of flies, you know, on another wearing, man. But till next time, guys, remember, whatever you're doing, however you're doing it, make sure you make today the best day ever on purpose. Peace out.